Smith is standing there. It's like poking a grizzly bear when they're eating. Soon enough, will I bite your head off? Pause. Laws of attraction was speaking out of turn. Drive and crash, dummy, you will learn. Start a fire, you get burnt out like a crackhead. Walking down the streets in the 80s, looking for anything that glitters. Hot summer, long winters. Do you remember the time MJ hit the game winner?
So that was a snippet from Enoch's Enoch Seven Prophets. Sorry, Enoch Seven Prophets album EP. One Moment, Please. That came out earlier. It was last year. Or was it this year?
No, Reagan era dropped.
Was it in December?
Actually, Reagan era dropped in January. During the elections, it dropped in January, and then One Moment Please followed that. So yeah, it was like earlier part. We dropped
like
2
early
joints
this year.
as well. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that came from One Moment Please. Yes.
Okay.
That came from One Moment Please. That out. Look how he's so caring, y'all. But yes, that came from his EP, One Moment Please, which has a lot of amazing tracks on it. He also has another EP, One Moment of Your Time, right?
1 minute of your time. A minute.
Got it.
Wait.
1 minute.
No.
A minute of your time.
That's not even what that shit called either. Damn. I'm getting got too many projects out here. No,
you
it's
got
a minute.
So many.
It's a minute
but
of your time.
It's actually not on here.
What's not on there?
Yeah, A Minute of Your Time is not on. It's not on Spotify. A Minute of Your Time is on Spotify.
It should be.
Reagan era is.
Reagan era is A Minute of Your Time. Oh, I took that down. Because I was in my artist feelings because Spotify ain't doing no justice. So it is on Tidal though.
It's on Tidal. Okay.
It's on Tidal.
So basically, y'all cannot be up on Spotify. Y'all gotta be on Tidal to get the full discography of Enoch Seventh Prophet. So you guys get your Tidal subscriptions up.
Or you can go to Bandcamp, or you can go to www.chakramusicllc.com, and you can find all of that. It's just one-stop shop right there. Boom.
It'll be on the screen.
It'll be on the screen. Of music. Yes.
So, you know what? Let's get into Chakra Music. I had somewhere else I want to go, but because we're talking about your music, let's just get into your label, Chakra Music. When was it founded, and how did that come about?
Chakra Music was founded 2003, actually. It was going to be called Divine Chakra. I drew the logo for it and everything. I had like a child's face, and down the child's face was the chakras. And I think I still have this drawn to this day. And then on paper, it became legal in 2013. I think 2013, we was coming, either 2013, 2014, one of those times we were coming back from Augusta, Georgia. We was doing a tour. So we was coming back from Augusta, Georgia, and King C and I was in the car, and I was just like, yo, I've been had this idea called Chakra Music. It was called Divine Chakra, but now it's Chakra Music. And this is the concept behind it. Be a partner with me in this journey of Chakra Music. He was like, word, all right, that's what's up. So we got all the paperwork. And we're just like that. We got all the paperwork together. We signed the certificates. We got all of that. And then start pushing forward with Chakra Music. So that is the label. And I think our first project off the label was A Minute of Your Time. A minute of Your Time was the first project that we put out. And when I was like, well, we're gonna have to put out a project off of this this label before we like launch it. And I think A Minute of Your Time, you know what? Let me go back. It was Sonic Gods.
I figured it
Sonic,
was
yeah,
because
Sonic Gods was the first album that came out on Chakra Music. It was Sonic Gods, and then Your Project, and then A Minute of Your Time, Reagan Era, and now One Moment Please, and then Nobody Cares. So
actual,
therefore, yeah.
actual. Excuse me, sir. Can I raise my hand? Can I say
Yeah,
something?
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, it was Sonic Gods "Be Careful" by Breezy Malone. Then all the other projects.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, because we made that label deal at Kava. That's what happened.
Yes, we did. And that's gonna
Yes.
we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna since we're talking about it, we're gonna go ahead and segue into how we met
Yeah,
since we're talking
absolutely.
about how the label thing. And also I wanna just put in there that I'm thankful for that conversation we had at Kava about the label because at the time the label I was on, as you know, was broke my whole little shit down basically. I was
Yeah.
ready to quit music, you know what I
Right.
mean? So I'm thankful to be on a label that lets me express myself and lets me be an artist,
Yeah,
actually.
definitely. Because we want to be artists. We don't want, me and King want to be artists. You know what I'm saying? So we want to do what we want to do. So why not?
Shout out to King.
Yeah, absolutely. And why not, have artists on the label to allow them to express themselves in their own way? Because that's what chakra music is about. We want to touch each chakra point. I don't listen to hip hop all day long. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I want to listen to a
yeah,
variety of music. So why not give people a variety of music at the same time?
absolutely.
Yeah, so why not? My
You
fault.
okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm gonna mute my mic because I need some water, but I'm listening to you though.
All right, so do you remember how we met? It's so
Um,
many conflicting stories, but do you remember the first time? Because there's a couple of different times, but do you remember like the
right.
first time?
That we actually met the first time. I always go back to when Wow Radio, Carib Jim had her photo shoot. It was a collective of photo shoots. It was a it was a I am photo shoot. Like
I am awareness. Yeah.
I am aware. I am awareness, and everyone was coming through and taking photos. I was a photographer at that moment, well, at that time, and I was shooting everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
when you came through, you had on your little green, you know what I mean? You had your little, on, your little
Money
green,
green,
your little money
baby.
green. And Carib was like, we're first of all, she was like, we're waiting for, hey Enoch, we're waiting for Breezy to show up. And I was like, okay. Cause I had this like little look on my face. She was like, oh yeah, you never met Breezy, but you heard me talk about her a lot. I was like, yeah, you're right. So when you walked through the door, she was like, oh, there's Breezy right there. And I was like, oh shit, she got that little green on. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a dope photo shoot. This is gonna be great. And from there on,
Money green.
money green, money green. And I think you drew your sign in green too. You used a green marker
Yeah,
for your I am awareness
I did.
of like anxiety. And there was a lot of other
Mental
things that
health.
people, mental health and things of that nature.
Yeah, it was depression, anxiety, and mental health in general. Yeah.
I wish I could find those photos. I maybe Carib still has those photos, but I lost a lot of photos because of corrupted like
I have
hardware and
them on my
software.
old computer.
Really?
I have them on my older computer. Yeah, I gotta get my old MacBook. I got a lot of stuff on there.
Okay.
So
I would definitely like to see them joints for real, for real. And reshare, of course, and reshare. So yeah,
uh
that's my recollection of like how we met. I know our stories kind of conflict because you're like, no, that's not it. But what's your side? I'm listening.
I met you at the radio station. I met you at this. She had like a 24-hour joint one time, and the rock star was there. Like everybody was there. She had a 24-hour marathon for Wild You Radio.
Right. She did. I
This joint
remember
was
that.
a minute ago. I think even Elijah was there. Like everybody was there, and different people was coming through like on different hours.
Right.
And I
Yep.
came like at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, like super late.
I was still there.
Yes, you were still there.
Oh shit.
Even Rockstar was leaving out when I was coming in. It was a 24-hour marathon.
You know what? I know Carib had she had everybody there. Like Caleb was there at one point. She had Caleb in the stroller. He was acting all crazy. Yeah, he was there. I definitely do remember that though.
I don't know
I
if that
definitely
was
do remember
before or
that.
after, but I definitely remember. I feel like that's the first time I seen you, but I don't know if that was before or after. Was that before or after the I'm Awareness? I feel like I don't
That
know
was
why I feel like that was
before.
before.
That was way
Yeah,
before. That's why.
yeah.
Matter of fact, you're absolutely right, because I think that day we were waiting for you to show up to the shoot. She was like, "You met her at the 24-hour," and I was like, "Really? I didn't recall. I knew
Yeah.
E, the R&B star was. I knew he
Rockstar
was
was
there. I knew he was there because we knew each other from the community. But yeah, when she told me that, I was like, "Really?" I said, "I don't remember that." She was like, "Dang, not." I was like, "Well,
Of course
shit,
you
you
don't
had me
remember
there
that.
all day."
You were
Till
there. It was a 24-hour joint. I want to say a joint went on forever. Yeah, it was 24 hours.
dang, that's crazy.
But yeah, so I remember like when I met you. Since you like to use the I'm awareness thing, we'll go with that.
I mean,
I
what you got?
remember.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, that's the. I guess that's the one that you want to actually say yes. That's the one. So, I remember that one being. I remember that day being really really weird for me. Because I couldn't keep up with time for some reason. It was like, I mean, I had a newborn. Like I just had my son.
Right.
So like, I couldn't keep up with time, and then when I finally got there, I know y'all was waiting on me or whatever, but um, I was a little flustered with a bunch of different things that day. But
Why were
you
you
were like, it's
flustered?
like I was a new mom. I was waiting on certain people to do what they need to do so I could leave
Right. Yeah. A lot of, yeah.
and
I can
come
feel
to
you.
the
I feel you.
shoot.
Had a lot going on.
And I had a lot going on, but I did appreciate the fact that you were like super calm, because normally if a photographer has been somewhere all day and you showing up late, everybody waiting on you, they like, come on, you know what I'm saying? But you were very
It was
you were
worth the
very
wait, though.
understanding.
It was worth the wait. We
Yeah.
got the photos we needed. Everything was dope. You know, we made a connection. Then we started shooting from there. So it was, and yeah, I was there all day. But Carib had like food for me. Like she had things for me there to appease me, so to speak. She had everything laid out. You know what I mean? She had the food.
Come on up,
She hooked me
appease
up.
me.
Yeah, she hooked me up. So I wasn't even stressing that out. I know maybe a few people didn't show up, but other than that, it was a great look. And I got to meet people that I didn't know. So that was really dope.
Shout out to Carib for being the connection to a lot of people in our community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Carib, wherever you
Now
are
that I
right
think
now.
about it, now that I think
Yeah.
about it, yeah, that's she's one of the founders, excuse me,
Hmm.
of the Black Women Connecting Communities, which I'm also a part of, and y'all normally hear the commercial on this show.
Yeah,
So
definitely. She's doing great things though.
yeah,
She's doing great things. She's been doing it for a while. So I
very
definitely
much
appreciate
so.
her. Definitely appreciate her.
And you actually, she beat me to the punch, but I actually was gonna invite you on for tomorrow for the finale, but I look like
Hey,
I got beat to the punch.
It's all good. You still sent me the flyer.
But that's okay because I got you on my show.
Absolutely. Right before her joint. Yep. And
I
that's what
got
I
you
told
on my show.
and that's what I told her yesterday. I was like, yeah, she beat you to the punch, yo. I'll be on your joint tomorrow. How about that? It's okay. We're gonna work it out.
I mean, they both going to debut on the same day, so you're going to
Really?
be two places at once.
That's
Wednesday.
never
This will
happened.
be up Wednesday. It's
Yeah, that
two
never
places at once.
happened.
You'll be here at noon and there at 8.
Okay, that works out.
They're
And
live though. Am I going to be on the panel tomorrow night?
I don't know.
I
Are you?
wonder. I'll ask.
Yeah. I still gotta fill out
I'll
my
ask
form.
if they'll let me.
You still got me filling out a form. I'm like, come on, really?
You know she likes to do things the right way.
I know. She's very organized when it comes to that. Because she was our tour man. She was our tour manager. She was stage manager. So she, she's the right person for the job.
Come on,
when it comes to
director.
that.
Yes.
Absolutely. Big up to Carib. She was everything we needed to keep us in line doing these tours.
Creative director.
So, yeah.
I know that's right. Am I lagging on my side?
No. I thought I was lagging on mine because I may say like one or two things and then I'm waiting and then you'll get it. Like it'll receive unless you're still in that Bluetooth. Are you still got the speaker in the Bluetooth?
No, I'm here. I'm here with it.
Okay. So you good. Yeah. You're not lagging no more though. You good.
Okay, cool. All right. So getting back to the questions. I usually ask everybody like what was the one life lesson or love lesson that like shaped you to become the man that you are today? Like, is there any profound like were you cheated on and then you was like, oh, this is the same? Like, what was it? What was the thing?
The thing that we say that question one more time. The thing that
So what was the life lesson or the love lesson that basically sparks your thinking and as a grown man today? Like what was that thing that changed your outlook and made you who you are today?
Fuck. That's a good question because there's so many. Yeah, there's so many.
Okay, pinpoint one important one that you would say is a good one.
You know what? I think what was good for me and the lesson that I learned is that whoever you are with, you can't stop being creative.
Mm-hmm.
Like whoever you are with, you can't stop being creative. You can't allow that person to stunt your writing spirit in the sense of writing how you feel. I'm not saying that my ex marriage stopped me from growing as an artist. I just couldn't write how I wanted to write because of the situation in which my ex was in, as far as like being a part of the Nation of Islam and doing this and doing that. There were certain things, and me not being a part of the Nation of Islam, there were certain things that I kind of had to hold back on. And I think, and it's probably not because she didn't allow that. I think I stopped myself from being a free writer in that moment. And I think my learned lesson was after I got divorced, I said, I'm never going to let anyone stop my artistic growth. Whether it's me or someone I'm with, it can't stop that artistic growth at all. And I think that's the lesson that I learned. Harsh lessons when it comes to like love and dating, and I always go back to motherfucking elementary school. Young lady by the name of Dominique. Her name was Dominique Cummings. Dominique.
Them damn Dominiques.
Dominique was like, she wasn't even from here. She was like from New York. She was exotic in elementary school. You not from DC or Maryland? You from where? Yeah, Shawty was trying to holler at you. But Dominique was one of those girls in elementary school that I was like, yeah, I like her. And we started dating. But Dominique was taller than me. So I wasn't Dominique vibe because I was a shorty. So she quit me and started dating my man Clarence. And then they had like this marriage ceremony on the on the football field.
Oh my God.
I said, Dominique, you's a Bama. I said, how do you do this? That's one lesson. The other lesson that I learned was from someone, another female went to high school. Her name was middle school. Her name was Colleen Green. Colleen Green was dating me because I was popular in middle school and she wasn't from the area. When she became popular, that's when she dumped me. I said, Colleen Green, you's a Bama too. So those are my life lessons that I've learned. Colleen Green and Dominique Cummings. But it's all good though.
Let me just say how hilarious this wedding, this little fake marriage ceremony they had up in your face.
Slim, they had the fake marriage ceremony.
I cannot.
Matter of fact, it was during you remember field day? Like you have field day and you have
yes.
Yeah, it was during field day. The Bamas got married right after the damn.
So they invited you to their wedding.
I was cordially invited because I was part of the sack race. After the sack race, that's when they got married. I say, you know what? This is some bullshit. I'm out of here. I can't take it no more, Dominique.
You know what?
So those are the three ones that kind of and sometimes those old memories come up in rhymes. They just come up in rhyme and you just gotta deal with it. So if Dominique Cummings or Colleen Green name come up in the rhyme, then you know. Find Colleen Green and let her hit his rhyme.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow.
Yes. I've learned a lot and I've taken a lot and that's where we at right now.
You know what?
So
I can't. Okay. Okay, next question.
Yeah, next question.
I'm sorry. I'm picturing this wedding and I'm a little salty for you.
So I'm gonna draw another picture for you. So it was, I remember because everybody knew that me and Dominique were dating. And then we broke up. And then she ended up dating Clarence and realizing that her and Clarence were the same height. So she wanted someone who was tall like she was. And tall like she, as my Caribbean people say, tall like she, she was tall like she. So therefore, tall like she, and therefore she wanted a man tall like she. And me, I was too short, I was too short for her. And I was fat boy, so
like
Heavy D wasn't popping. Heavy D wasn't popping at that moment. So
but
afterwards,
you were so cute, like a button.
Yeah, but I had red hair, all that. I thought I was, you know what I mean? But I wasn't popular. That wasn't popping back then. I had the I'll be sure, I had the light skin Joan going, but nah, dude was tall like she. So yeah, the marriage ceremony, was on the field in front of all our peers, and everyone cheered and shit. Everyone cheered. It was a sunny day. It was kind of hot outside. Yeah, it was just one of those elementary moments that, yeah, but it's all good though. I don't even think about it no more until you just ask the question. I don't even cross my mind.
You know what? Now I'm just gonna always say tall like she, just because.
Tall like she,
Tall like
you know,
she.
tall like
Period.
she.
I'm about to put that. You know what? Lonnie too, baby. Don't be surprised when y'all see a song called Tall Like She.
Yeah, tall
Tall
like
like she.
she.
My lord. All right.
My lord,
Do you think my lord.
my
Do
lord,
you
tall like
think
she.
that I like that? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. Period. All right. What's your favorite song of all time? What's your favorite song in the whole wide world? Tall like
Favorite
she.
song of all, tall like she. Favorite song of all time. Damn, that's a good one. Favorite song of all time. Shit.
Like, what's a song that you can play no matter what, and
Is
that's
hitting in
like
the right spot.
this is the one.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Human Nature by Michael Jackson. We're gonna go with
Ooh,
Human
that's a good
Nature.
one.
Yeah, because
That's a
now
good one.
I can I hearing it so many times, I understand like the words, what he's saying in the words of what human nature is. You know,
Human Nature is a good one.
yeah. So I will rock with that. Cause I've been to Michael Jackson's been the
Hmm.
man since, zip pockets. I had a Thriller jacket. No, I think my cousin got me a Beat It jacket. And then at that time, Michael Jackson had his own doll.
Dang.
So one Christmas, I was in Georgia at this point, and my cousin got me a Michael Jackson doll and the Beat It jacket, the zip joint. Ooh, fly. I wore it. I think someone stole it or ripped it when I brought it back home and wore it to school. People were jealous or whatever have you. But yeah, Michael Jackson, Human Nature.
You know what? You had a you had some wild stuff go on.
Yeah, Michael Jackson,
They
Human
done
Nature.
ripped your jacket. They done ripped your jacket. They
Then
done
he
had
got
a
married on
wedding
the
and
field. Yeah,
invited you.
Bama. It's just doing some Bama shit. I'm like, how you get
You got
married on?
chased. You got chased by Ralph.
I got chased by. Thank you very much for. You know what? His name is Sheldon. His name is
I listen to your
Sheldon.
music.
Thank
I
you.
listen to your music.
His name is Sheldon Francis. Sheldon Francis was the bully of Northwest Park Apartment. Northwest Park Apartments. He was actually the bully. Northwest Park Apartments, Sheldon Francis. He had an older brother named Sean. Then he had a younger
I'm
brother
mad. I'm mad. I'm mad
who
at
used to terrorize the neighborhood. But so I had to put that in a rhyme. You know, going down memory lane. That's what I
I'm
thought about.
mad.
And he looked like Ralph Tresvant from New Edition. That's why, looking like Ralph from New Edition. He looked just like Ralph from New Edition.
Yo,
I
you
would
know what's
send you a
so
photo
funny?
of
Yes.
of
After this is
Sheldon.
over, send me a photo of Sheldon. And Sheldon, if you're listening, boy, Mr. Telephone Man had
Mr.
ass.
Telephone Man, Candy Girl ass. But yeah, Sheldon Francis, man. Sheldon Francis. I mean, overall, Sheldon was a
Shout
cool
out Sheldon
dude.
Francis.
Yeah, overall Sheldon was a cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He's just, as
Like to
children,
chase
we
y'all.
just like to chase us, you know what I mean? And bully. He was a bully, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mm,
and I say like overall he was a good dude. Or he is a good dude, and back
that's
then he
good.
was cool. But he was just, he was a bully because his older brother bullied him. So therefore, you're gonna bully your younger brother or those folks around you. That's about it. So that's where we at. Sheldon Francis,
Makes
Ralph
sense.
from New Edition. I'll send you a picture of Sheldon so you can see him.
You have to, because now it's just in my head and I can't unsee it. And every time I hear that song, I'm like, why? I just see the whole scenario. Oh,
Yeah.
Ralph Tresvant.
Oh, Rouse Transvan ass,
Okay.
telephone, Candy Man, Candy Girl ass. Any heartbreak.
Yo, Any
Sensitivity.
Heartbreak is an amazing album, by the way.
It is. It is. And they
They
were
had
so
the hits.
dysfunctional.
Very. You know what my
This
favorite song from them is?
what?
Is This the End?
Really?
Are you my friend? Yes. 'Cause every
Mm.
time I'm about to break up with somebody back in the day, I used to play that like, because it was always, I want to just also put out there, and this is not me like tooting my own horn, but to be beat right quick. I've
Right.
never been dumped. I've
Ooh.
always dumped someone.
Wow.
I always feel like the next person I end up with is going to dump me because I've been on a streak for years of never being dumped.
Your ass is
So
on
I
a
know it's
winning streak.
coming. I
It's
know
coming. It's
it's
down the line.
coming.
It's coming. It's down the line. Like I've been on
That's
both
okay.
ends of that.
By that time, what, you've been the dumper and the dumpy?
Yeah. I know what it feels like.
Listen,
So I got,
I don't know what it's like to be dumped.
I got some losses and some wins. So therefore, I'll take the L and the W's.
All of mine are wins, and it's not even because I haven't been dumped. I mean, it's always a win. Every experience that I've been through taught me something. So
Right. And that's the thing. Like all the experiences we have been through, good and bad, should teach us something. And we should walk away
yeah.
learned from something and put it in a song so somebody else can learn. Cause all your music, boy, you just woo. Yep.
I want to also say, even in my Lonnie album, I was never dumped. I ended that situation because I
Right.
was tired of being played like a. And also want to give y'all this. So the album was all one situation, and then I threw in other situations along the way. So
Mm-hmm.
even though that situation was a reoccurring thing and it went on for years,
Right.
as that was going on, I still had relationships. So some of the stuff wasn't all that main relationship. It was like other things I experienced while going through that. Because in
Right.
all reality, that relationship ended in 2017.
Damn.
That's how recent. That is how recent. So we're talking from 1997 to 2017 is how long that went on.
1997. Ooh, that was a good year too.
I was in seventh grade.
Oh yeah, 97 was a blissful year.
97 was a good year, but it was also seventh grade was interesting. I'm gonna
It
just
was
say
in
that.
seventh grade. How interesting. Okay, seventh grade, 1997. The Breezy Malone. How was she? 1997, seventh grade. What we doing? What you got on? What you rocking in 1997, seventh grade? What's your outfit look like? What's your wardrobe?
So all through school, I was extremely tomboyish, so I dressed like a boy. Period.
Uh-huh.
97, I want to say I was hard on like Jordans and Timberlands and things like that. So I was wearing that.
Right.
And then like Old Navy, they had just built an Old Navy not too far from my house, and it was like huge. And everybody was on the Old Navy real heavy. So I had like, all the Old Navy Performance fleece in every color, go with my shoes.
Damn. In
I'm
97?
a VA girl.
In
Yeah,
97? Ooh, wee. I think in 97 I was smoking weed in college and just trying to figure out my
Okay, you was
life.
in college when I was in seventh grade. Like, just you really know how to sun me. Like,
No, I'm Lonnie.
Yes.
Don't act up, okay? I'm not
You
trying to
really know how
sun
to
you.
you
We're
sunning
having
me
a
on my own
conversation, though.
show.
We're having a conversation. I would never sun you on your own show. That's
You might as
ridiculous.
well just go ahead and pat me on my little shoulder, pat me on my head. Good job, little girl.
But Old Navy was the joint, though. I had some Old Navy gear, too.
Old
Shit.
Navy, baby.
Old
I
Navy,
was all
baby.
Old Navy'd out. I
Gap.
want to say what else was going on back then. Fubu was going on back then.
I never
Then
had it.
my dad had a Macy's card, so he used to always take me to Macy's to get my school clothes, and they had all the
Right.
Fubu, all the apple bottom jeans, all the Pursukas.
No, you were wearing FUBU. You had some FUBU gear.
I had some Fubu gear. I had some Pursukas. Some what else was going on back then?
You got gold. You had
Are
some
you
gold
are you
chains. And you was rocking
wow
any gold.
I was rocking gold earrings and maybe like a necklace, like a little cute necklace or
Right,
something. But
right, right.
I wasn't giving y'all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. No, I mean I was a little girl who was actually hanging with little boys, and
Right.
so this is going to be real crazy, but the main thing I remember about 7th grade was that's when I realized my sexuality.
Mm.
I wasn't active, but that's when I realized, like, that's when I was like,
It kicked
"Ooh,"
in.
you know what I
Right,
mean?
right, right. Wow.
Mhm. I remember that like it was yesterday because a girl that I was friends with got pregnant. Yes, in 7th grade. And I remember her telling us a story about like how it happened and everything, and
Right.
a lot of us girls were like, "What?" Because I mean, by
That's
this
deep.
time we're all now getting our menstrual and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like, wait, you can have a baby now? So now everybody's like, I have a baby, you know? But then on top of that, we were also in sex ed. So you add all these things together, it's like it's coming at you, life is coming at you fast.
Coming at you real fast,
So
right?
yeah, like the stuff you're watching on TV, now you're seeing it in real time because your friend is having a baby. You're starting to look at boys, and the kissing is now making you feel
Right.
feelings,
Right.
little baby kisses that you used to do. You just kiss, and it's like, hee, oh my God. Now it's
Shit's
like
real.
you kiss, you be like,
Yeah,
what is
you
this tingle? What
what
is
is
this?
this tingling feel? Yeah, right. This is real. That's what you was doing. You was doing that.
But all right, so let's get into since you said I nothing's off limits. Let's get into shout out to Black Girl Crystal Bar. I was opening my package at the same time while I was talking to you of some
Oh,
beautiful
that's
crystals she
dope.
sent me. But
Right. I like
yeah, I got
that.
some. She got some. She sent me some really beautiful crystals. But uh,
What?
you said
What's
nothing's
wrong?
off limits.
Nah, go ahead.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
because I know me and Marlon talked about everything like like polygamy.
Right.
How do you feel about polygamy? Like, would you be open to that?
I mean, I don't know. I think that's more. I don't. The reason I say I don't know is because it's so much dogma with it, or it's so much like negative viewpoints to it. So I think I would have to basically like sit down and have that conversation. Like that's a real conversation that you have to have with that person or two people. You know, it's not a
Period.
it's not a thing that you can just be like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I love doing that, and be infatuated with it, and then when it happens, you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, I don't know what to do with this. You know, um, I can even go back to listening to Elijah Muhammad or Minister Farrakhan stating that, you know, if you have two wives, you have to be able to support both of them
Period.
mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all of that, you know.
Hmm.
Some people in the Holy Quran had many wives, but for them having many wives, they probably had money to support all of them. They probably had the mental capacity or the motherboard to can take on all of that shit. Because you're just one guy. Now, if they were, say for instance, if the roles are reversed, you know, you're one female, two guys. Okay, cool. But if you're a guy with 4 or 5 like wives, you got this 4 or 5 temperaments you got motherfucking deal with. And you gotta be mentally prepared to deal with all that shit. You might as well just deal with one person that got all 5 personalities.
And honey, let me tell you some more.
And call
As
it
a
a day.
woman that can be completely honest about what it is to be a woman, because I've obviously dealt with women before.
Right.
5 personalities, baby. Sometimes it's 20. You be meeting new people every day.
Every day. Change your wigs and keep it
Every
moving.
day. If you like a girl to switch it up, the girl to
Right.
switch it up,
Then you switch it.
So
Then you switch it up. That's all.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta get you a guy that understands what it's really like. It's not all it's cracked up to be. A lot of guys are too focused on the fantasy aspect, like, oh, I got multiple wives, I have all these threesomes to do. It's like, nigga, okay, it's not. First of all, it's none of that going on.
Right.
Because technically, it's not. From what I was told, it's not that you have all these multiple wives, multiple situations. It is multiple wives in separate situations. Okay. All the
Yep.
wives have a relationship, obviously, because they're gonna, figure out who's gonna take on the cooking, who's gonna take on the cleaning, who's
Yeah,
gonna take on
definitely.
the that. But the husband
It's a
has
business.
separate relationships with all of the wives. Yes, yes, yes. The
Yeah.
husband has separate relationships with all of the wives.
You're
Not
gonna
it's me and 5 women.
nah.
It's you and 5 women individually.
Yeah. And you gotta compartmentalize all of that shit.
Who
You can't have no 9 to 5. You can't have no
and
job.
don't let me be and don't let me be one of the wives, because I'm already like 6 by myself. And I would have
Man.
been like
Listen.
like I was having a conversation with one of my friends. He just working with me on the music tip, so imagine.
Right.
But I was talking to one of my friends, who was a male, about like if I was a sister wife, and I was like, whenever I turn around, I be trying to beat these bitches up. Like they be sleep, I just be punching them in their head. Like, who did that?
See?
Just trying to get them, just bullying them to get the fuck out of my house. This my husband, get out.
See, you be the bully. You be the bully wife of it
Do
all.
you want to fight? Do you
See?
wanna fight me? Do you really wanna fight me? Do you really wanna fight me?
Do
They
you
be
really
like,
want to fight me? Right. But yeah, it's
period.
I mean, some people, I mean, it's the research is there that it works for some people. The research is there, but it's a business.
Yeah.
It is a business, and that guy has to deal with separately. It's not you're dealing with, like you said, all of them with one mind. Nah, you're dealing with each one of them separately. But here's the kicker, though. The crazy thing is
And
that
if they don't like each other,
and you know what? I don't know if you know who Brother Polite is. You might. YouTube guy. He does a lot of lectures, intellectual property, intellectual lectures on polygamy and all type of things, spirituality, health. Like, just Google Brother Polite. But he said,
okay.
I don't know if he said this, but I heard him in an interview, and I'm going to paraphrase, and he was saying that his first wife, like the one that's like the one, he wanted to do the polygamy thing. So they had a conversation first, and they knew who the woman was that they wanted to bring into the relationship, and they all had a conversation and an agreement. I'm paraphrasing, but he was saying that it's a business. This is a chess move. This is like how you keep it in the family, or keep your genealogical, like keep your genes going, in a sense. So I'm just paraphrasing, but that's what he was saying. That is a business at the end of the day, and you mentally got to be prepared to deal with each one of them separately. Also, with that, it's like you have four women in the house. Eventually, all of their menstruals are going to sync together. It's
Who?
going to sync at one time.
Yes. To God
So
be the glory.
I'm good. I'm
Mm.
good. I'm good. She
Child.
said, "God be the glory." So
Like I
yeah,
said, as a woman who knows women personally, yeah, no. Moving on. And let's talk because I see that our time is running. Let's talk about your journey to eating clean because you're vegan. You
right.
spoke about this on numerous platforms. And I'm really curious to know like which started your journey into veganism, or were you just always like that? Like were you always eating like that? Or did you just one day say, nope, I'm done. I'm gonna do something else?
Well, I come from the household when I was growing up of like everything goes, man. All meat products. You get eggs, cheese, beef, chicken, pork, any and everything, deer meat, squirrel meat, whatever the case is. Like I said before, I was living with my grandma, so she's from the South. So therefore we had those things. I think my diet changed when I was in college. My diet changed then. And that was I was in college 92. Wait, graduated high school in 92. Went to Voorhees College 94. 95, 96. That's when my eating habits changed because number one, I hated eating the college food. Voorhees College, the food was just horrible. It was really horrible, and
Mm.
it was like slop. But we still ate it because we college kids. We hungry. We want to eat all the time. Get your eat on, and that's what we was doing. But as I was going back and after I was going back and forth from college, I wanted to eat differently. So 94, no, 95, 96, I cut back. I started to cut back on like meat. And the way that I what are you doing? And the way that I did that was basically every month of my birthday, every when my birthday came around, every year when my birthday came around, I would take something out of my off of my plate, whether it was chicken. Every Friday I wouldn't eat chicken. Every Friday I wouldn't eat chicken at all. I'll try to find something to replace the chicken, whether it was like now trying tofu for the first time or trying salads or something else that
Hmm.
replace meat. So the chicken was I replaced the chicken I think with tofu. So every Friday I wasn't eating no meat. So I was getting my body prepared to go meatless. Pause. To go meatless and so I did that. And so every year before my birthday, I was doing that every Friday. I would remove chicken. I remove beef. I remove like pork, which includes sausage, pepperoni, yellow five, R40, like all of these little ingredients that had pork in it. I was getting rid of it. So
Hmm.
ooh, by 2001, 2002, 2000, I came back DC from Boys College. I was still eating clean. 2004, 2005, that's when I completely like meat was gone out my system. Like I stopped I stopped eating meat. I stopped smoking
Mm.
weed. Um and yeah, and that's how I started that journey on. And I said at the beginning of this show, like I was a fat kid. So I started losing weight because I was eating better. Then when I got married, all the fucking weight came back. What the fuck is going on, Mo? Is this am I is it me being comfortable in the
Was that
skin I'm
stress?
in? Or is it the stress of being married? I don't know what it is. But when I got divorced, that's when the weight came off. And I said, oh, okay, maybe I was a little stressed out. I don't know what the case was. I don't know what triggered that. That's what I'm saying. So but I was still eating
Hmm.
healthy and I was still eating clean. You know, when we started to do the food for thought, I was like, people want to know my story. I just kept on with the food for thought.
Yeah.
So, you know, being vegan isn't hard. It's just you have to be focused, dedicated, and have a purpose on what you're trying to do. Some people can't be vegan. Some people just
I
have to be
agree.
vegetarian because their
Absolutely.
body can't do certain things. Maybe down the line, I have to be a vegetarian again. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Maybe I'm maybe not having certain protein, but I get all my proteins, I get all my vitamins from food and things of that nature. So I'm good on that note. So I'm good on
Yeah,
that
like
note.
like for me, I did the vegan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um Successfully for a year, then by like second year, going into the second year, it was like I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So
It's
for
a
me, it was a
struggle.
little
Trust
different.
me.
I will say this. Yes, it's a struggle, but like you said, your determination, your focus, all of that has to be there. And also you learn discipline during that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest thing I learned. I learned three main things, but the biggest thing I learned was discipline. The second thing was patience. The third thing was gratitude, because that journey is a tough journey. And when no one else in your life is really like that, it's even harder. Luckily for me, I had like you and I have a whole group of friends that's like vegan, and then I had you.
Mm-hmm.
So I had people I could go to when things got hard, or to
Right.
just get a little extra guidance on this journey, and like what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So I was blessed in that sense. But it is tough. I do plan to go back to full vegan because right now I'm pescatarian.
Right.
I do
What church you
plan
go
to go
to?
back to being vegan. The Church of I love me some crab legs and I
I
can't
know that's
stop.
right. I know
So
that's right. Yeah, I mean, it's a long road, man. I mean, I didn't have
ooh,
anybody that I could remember. I didn't have anybody to be like, hey, no one in my family, no one in my family that I can possibly go to and say, hey, try some tofu. What is tofu? Nah. Damn
grandma
Christmas.
would be like, "What did you say to
Yeah.
me?"
Thanksgiving dinner was awkward. You feel me? Because grandma was making everything and then she started to learn the stuff, certain things I didn't eat. So she would cook.
Mhm.
At that point, she was cooking like Thanksgiving stuff, but then she'll be like, hey, I made some vegan, or my mom be like, I made some vegan potato salad or some vegan mac and cheese. I got a tofu bird or whatever. Okay, now they starting to, it took them a while. Mind you,
Oh,
I started my journey in 97.
yeah.
That was, 97. Down south is where I started my journey, the veganism down south. The worst place to be a vegan is motherfucking Georgia, South Carolina.
Man.
The further you go down
And
south,
now you
the
can find a
worse it
lot
is.
of vegan restaurants down south. Which we got whenever we decide to do um food for thought again, we need to
Right.
travel down south and try like slutty vegan and all of that.
Yes. Yeah. And now, like I said,
I want to
97,
try
it
that
was
anyway, like right now.
Slutty Vegan is I heard Slutty Vegan is where it's at. I haven't been. I have family in Atlanta, but I haven't been to Slutty Vegan. But I have been to Little 5 Point where it's at. And they do have some other like vegan options there
Hmm.
before Slutty Vegan. But I would definitely love to try Slutty Vegan because it's black owned and the black woman owns the joint. So why not?
We should try it. We
We
should take
should.
a road trip.
Let's make it happen.
Okay, say
Whenever
less.
whenever you not busy, because you Breezy, you Natasha, you Lonnie, you just what I mean. Your schedule's booked. Your schedule's kind of hectic. It's more hectic than mine though. But we can make it work. Let's go.
Mm. You know what? One last question for you, because I'm not messing with you tonight.
Yes, I'm
I'm
listening.
not. Before I go into that, I want to thank you for being my last guest of the season. It's been a rocky season, but God is good, and
Yes, all the time.
I'm just keeping it pushing. But what advice do you have? Because we didn't really get to fully jump into your music career, like because I feel like that would be a whole nother episode in itself.
Yeah, that's a
Just
whole
getting
nother
into your music
joint.
career. What you experienced being in this so long. Like I have so many questions. We're gonna do that. Just be on the
Okay.
lookout. We will be back with that section.
Word. We can make that
But I
happen.
want to end this one off on. Yeah, we should. We should. No, we will. So, excuse me. We will.
Yeah, word.
Um, yes, I want to end this one off on what out of since you've done a lot of music, what would you say is your best song as an artist?
My favorite song
Hmm? Like yours.
of mine's. Wow. There's two actually.
Okay.
The first one is my favorite song would be Wait.
Hmm.
And that's off the Sonic Guys album. And it's just basically breaking down everything I was going through with divorce and death at the same time. And now
Wow.
trying to find my way, you know what I mean? Being at my uncle's funeral, writing the rhyme in my head as I'm pulling my uncle out of the hearse. So I'm writing this song I'm writing the song and the pieces are falling in my head at my uncle's funeral. So
Wow.
I was going through a lot at that time. You know, divorce, separation, my uncle,
Yeah.
you know, my ex, not at that time, not coming to not being at the funeral, you know, of my uncle. Like it was a lot of stuff going on. People asking me where she at, and it was just like a lot of things going on that other people in my family wasn't privy to, except for my immediate family and close
Yeah.
friends. But wait, and this new joint I have called Purple Rain. So
Ooh. What's that song about?
that features Lonnie Bohem. So that
That would be
song,
me.
that would be you. And those are my two favorite songs thus far because Wait is my awakening. It's my like, ooh, this shit feels good to write. Even though it's hard, even though it's it's an emotional roller coaster within the song, this is my breaking point. Purple Rain is my like putting words together that have meaning both subliminally and figuratively. There's a lot of meaning in that song Purple Rain. Of course, it was named after the great Purple One himself, Prince. That's why, you know, the way it starts off is beautiful to me, and I just had to continue to write it. So when people hear that song and you're part of that project, part of that record, they'll see how beautiful it is because it makes a lot of sense. I just made myself Prince, and that female was Apollonia. So you are playing Apollonia because of the way you kind of sung the hook and the way we kind of worked the way out that you can sing the hook. And I'm the Prince. And then we turn out to be I'm Rick James and you're Tina Marie. So it's like it's a real dope record. And I the way I wrote it was dope too. So those are my two favorite records as far as Wait off the Sonic Guys album and Purple Rain that is going to be on Nobody Cares, which drops in the end of July 31st, actually.
Nice.
So I would love for you to be in the studio when we mix that record, if you're available. So when we mix that record, I would love for you to be there when we mix that record.
I mean, I can make myself available.
Okay. Please do. Please
Will
do.
do.
Please do.
So I just want to say thank you so much for being my guest. Thank you for
You're
hanging out
welcome.
with me. We've been hanging out for 2 hours now.
I
It's
know.
11:30.
Wow.
I know, right? Time goes fast when you're having fun.
Yeah.
And also, I want to end y'all with this. Um, red flags look like Six Flags when y'all having fun, okay? I say that all the time. I heard it once and it stuck with me because I always think about everybody, when people come to ask me for advice, relationship advice, they tell me all these wild stories about how this relationship is so good. But I'm like, are y'all hearing yourself? This don't sound good. This is not gonna end well. But that's a story. That's a whole nother time, you guys. I want to thank my guest, my amazing guest, Enoch Seven Prophet. No
Yes.
the,
No
you
the.
know,
You feel me? No the.
Enoch Seven Prophet. No the.
No
Okay.
the.
I want to thank him for hanging out with me for literally an hour and a half. Cause now I gotta break this one up too. This like a whole hour.
Yeah, you got a
I'm not
lot of
breaking it up.
chopping
We
to
just
do.
going they gonna have to just deal with it.
Right. I definitely appreciate you though. I
I
definitely
don't even think I'm
appreciate
gonna
the
chop any of it because I'm gonna chop anything.
okay, cool. Then let's go. Let's make it happen.
They just gonna they people love when we talk anyway. They already said from the last interview that we need a show. So here
Yeah,
y'all go.
what we doing? What we doing?
We
What the
we
show
gonna
gonna
call
be
it
called?
Red Moon. It's gonna be called Red Moon.
It's
Don't
gonna be
worry, it's
called Red
coming.
Moon. All right,
Yeah,
cool. And okay, we'll talk offline about it. See what we talk about.
yeah. So
Right. Maybe we can get some bread. Maybe we can.
I think literally we can come up with something and we can, make us a nice little presentation to give to a network and they
Yep.
gonna rock with it.
They're gonna
Because
have
you're dealing
to.
with two personalities who is hilarious. We're from DMV. I'm a girl
Mm-hmm.
from VA. You're a guy from DC.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot. You a lot. So
And both of
what you
us
all
make
gonna say? I'm a lot and you not enough? Please. We a lot.
we a lot. We a lot. So,
So
we could definitely make that
and I
happen though.
wasn't even on my shit tonight. Usually, I can tell you, usually we get together, it's just Comedy Central from the beginning to the
Right.
end.
But I thank you, for this opportunity because you didn't have to, but you did. So
Of course I did.
I
Of
definitely
course I did.
I definitely appreciate it. I also definitely appreciate you being a great artist and being a part of a label, which is Chakra Music, because you are the sunflower of the label. Like you're holding that flagship and that flag of R&B soul. Whatever you decide to call what you do, then you are owning that flag and representing perfectly. And we definitely appreciate that. Yeah, and
Thank
overall you've been
you.
dope. I mean, we've been friends for over like 10 years. So, we out here.
Yeah.
We out here. And I definitely appreciate your growth because you've since day one we've grown as friends and we've seen each other grow, have ups and downs. And
Whew,
you know,
that was a
I
mess.
can't I can't get off without saying that me and you share a same similarity because we both lost a grandmother, and who's very dear to our hearts, and it's always good to talk to somebody who has lost what you have because now y'all can there's an understanding there, and I just thank you for being like who you are. Thank you for being a great friend and a super duper fantastic mom. So, keep doing what you do and don't let nobody tell you otherwise.
But
Oh,
thank you so much for being here and
you're
thank you so
welcome.
much for being so kind to me and being a great friend to me and just listening to me because I know I'm wild at times and I know I can be hard to deal with, but thank you.
It's
I
all
appreciate
good.
you.
It's a beautiful thing. So just
It's
continue to
all
do
good.
that.
It's all
It's
good.
all good. It's all good. But yeah, thank you so
All right.
much, though. I really appreciate it.
Well, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you guys for joining us. This is a wrap for season 1 of Lessons from My Exes, the podcast. Season 2 will be back in the fall. Um, it's going to be a really good season, guys. The theme will be the same, but I want to do things a little differently. I'm gonna have a little bit more time with this and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
get it down to what I want to be. Because right now it is still my baby. It is growing, so mommy is just nurturing it right now. I am your host, Natasha, Breezy, Lonnie, whatever you call me, and that's Enoch seventh prophet, no the.
No the. Slim.
And we out here.
We out here.
Can you tell them all your socials right quick before we leave?
All my socials is Enoch 7th Prophet. That's P as in Paul, ROPHET. Don't phone home, but ET's Enoch 7th Prophet on Instagram, Facebook, and on Twitter is E7thP.
Why you bringing up past things as if we can't change? It's been years and you're still mad. Why you sabotage what we have? I find